Hey everybody, Lynx here, and I'm going to teach you how to dry brush. So dry brushing is an incredibly useful technique where you essentially dry the paint on the brush just enough so it goes on extremely lightly. This is really good for glow effects and adding textures and like melding colors to certain models. It's an easy technique to do. I'm going to teach you how to do it. I used it on my basing technique, and I'm going to show you just how much you need to dry the paint before you try and apply it. Things like that, different tips and tricks, how I dry brush. And I'll show you a few examples of how and what I use dry brushing on. So, on with the video.
Alright, we're going to start with our first colour for dry brushing. I like to use Kabalite green because it's a colour I use a lot for dry brushing. So essentially what you want to do is dry the paint on the brush to the point where it's nice and faded, like you can see up there. Now we apply it to what we want to paint. I'm just using a piece of sprue as a test to show you how to work it. Nice small circles. You can be nice and gentle with it, or you can be rough. Just depends on how much paint you want to put on there and things like that. And if you're nice and gentle with it, you can just do like I'm doing here. You go over it again for a nice richer color. You don't have to use white as a base coat for this. Only should you ever use white as a base coat for glow effects, which we're going to go into before, but you can dry brush any color on any color as long as they go together and they work with what you want to do. So as you can see there, a nice faded effect. Alrighty, here's my Inquisitor, and I've done glow effects on her backpack and her eye, which will be coming up soon. So essentially you want a white base for this on the part that's glowing, but you want to kind of also put it everywhere around the glowing parts so it looks like the light has faded and like it is genuinely glowing. And yeah, that's the effect that comes from that. I will go into it with a step-by-step glowing effects tutorial, but for now here's just a brief overview of how to do the technique. Cool, so that's the finished product. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped out teaching you the basics of dry brushing. Try it out on a piece of sprue to see what kind of dry brushing works for you, and I hope to see you in the next video.